Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ryan George Fair. Let's see, my longest video on here is an hour and 7 minutes long on my Ryan George Fair Ryan Logan Winning Queen channel. And on August 4th, Thursday, August 4th, 2022, this YouTube channel has 30 likes and 18 dislikes. It is 6:55 p.m. when I sober up because I don't drink and drive. I plan to go to the vape store and buy a vape. But until then, I have tobacco, and I have coffee in my house. My best friend James is over. I'm sad that I'm a schizophrenic person. I'm sad that my dad, George, is abusive. There's flies in my room today. Or gnats. I'm sure you can see them flying around in the house. cold in here today. Jane is watching Bob's Burgers at 7:02. I got my purple wig on, motherfucker. And he's not gay, and that isn't what he looks like, so you must have the wrong Ryan Fair. Girl. Only on one day when I was young, I did things with Brian when I was like 13 or 14. I had 5 girlfriends in my alternative school. My first girlfriend was named Alicia. When I was 14 or 15, and I burned a picture of a boy named Austin for her. And then she cheated on me with Austin, and then she's with her new boyfriend. And then I was with Brooke Dirks after Alicia, and she gave me a blowjob. And then I was with Tanya, who is black, who died 4 or 5 years ago. A 4th one named Nadia Pickett, and a 5th one named Sabrina LaRochelle. It is on YouTube as the LaRochelle Crew. Alicia's channel is I Love Ryan Fair. Brooke Dirks' channel is Brooke Dirks. Tanya has a Facebook. Nadia denied my request, and Nadia has a YouTube, and she's getting married to her husband during the coronavirus. And then Sabrina LaRochelle is on YouTube as the LaRochelle Crew. When I was 16 or 17, no, my dad did not buy me a car, and he did not let my friends come over, and I didn't drive until I was about 20 or 21. And I had a girlfriend with black hair 9 months ago, and me and my friend with black hair did threesomes on her. I'm having tactile hallucinations in my feet. I'm smoking tobacco when I plan to buy a new vape. I got with Billy Wesley Fouts sometime when I was 16 or 17. And we were together for 4 years. And then Gary Lanier, the sushi chef on the Encyclopedia Dramatica page, wanted to do things with me when I was 16 or 17 years old. He wanted a threesome with me and Billy Wesley Fouts, which is disturbing because he's a creepy old guy. But I don't have a problem with Gary. He was friendly to me. It's just, I don't like Gary, and I don't like Billy as my ex-boyfriend. And Gary blocked me, so this is for Gary Lanier to block me. This is for Billy Wesley Fouts because I don't like him as my ex-boyfriend. Because he's a frog torturer and I love frogs. And I have a black rabbit. I got the turtle here in the house. His name is Sheldon and he's a boy. I got my black bunny rabbit. Her name is Midnight and she's a girl. And she's so sweet. Hi, Midnight. So I shut off the turtle and the rabbit. The turtle is a male, its name is Sheldon. And then Midnight is a girl. My black rabbit. And my dad gets angry when I post about gnats on Facebook. Flying around in the house or flies in the room. So now I don't like my dad George and he has conversations with Vicky Race because he's an old piece of shit. This slammed his foot down at his father's funeral. And see George Ferris vibe down there. Because I seen his penis in the computer one time. In a file when we both shared a computer when I was like 18. And I'm 30. And it's only 5 and I'm 7.5, almost 8. So I'm bigger than him. But no, I could not make a girlfriend. And my first best friend was a boy named Victor. David Hill. And then now my best friend is a boy named James. Who was my first threesome when I was 20 or 21. And I'm 30, and sometime when I was 26 or 27 is when Matt Beckner attempted to rape me when I was drunk. And I was born in... Chris said if you show me yours, I'll show you mine to me when I was little. And only on one day when I was 13 or 14, I did things with Brian, who owns the Hoarder House on Jessica's Lane. And I talked to my friend Brandon Drexler, who hangs out with Wesley. I don't talk to Eden anymore, she doesn't like me. And my dad will leave knives out on the counter and cut food with knives. And sometime in October, I hung out with a boy named Jay Walko. And he has pictures of pentagrams on his thing. And Just Witchcraft Coven that I was in was a cult, an extremist witchcraft coven, where he would hold knives to my neck. But I listen to Christian and Jewish and Islamic music, even though I'm Wiccan. And James is Mormon. Because with witchcraft, the laws are noticeable that are keep silent. And some people know where my Ryan Fair Facebook is. I have a few Facebooks. There's Ryan Winning Facebooks. There is my first date named Shelby when I was 16 or 17. And she photoshopped the Shelby and Ryan to match made in hell picture. There is Alicia, my first girlfriend, who cheated on me with a boy named Austin. There is Margie Rubichon and Jeanette, who are real. There is the Jared Green Billy Wesley Fouts people coincidence person. There is Alex, who stole from me. There's Jasmine and Brandy, who are people that are real. There's two Jared people, coincidence people. I'm making coffee. It is 7:14 p.m. When I sober up, I plan to go to the vape store and buy a vape. I talked to Kelly J. Caldwell that I did things with only one day when I was 20 or 21. And my friend Ray is a bitch who is mixed, who hung out with Kelly the violin girl. And when I was 16 or 17 years old, no, my dad did not buy me a car when I was 17 or 18. And he only let Billy Wesley Fouts come over for 5 or 6 years. And then Matt Beckner attempted to rape me when I was drunk. And Brian Silva has videos on his Twitter of him doing gay porn. And I made videos for black and Jewish and disabled people on Ryan Winning, and people didn't care. Because the internet is a dark place with evil people that are mean to disabled people and schizophrenics and people with autism and OCD and bipolar depression. Because this is an evil world full of evil people. And when my black friend died, I was like, really, as Ryan George Fair, I can open up a YouTube channel, link it to my credit card, and buy a house. Not that it matters because they're giving me one because of Marjorie Brubaker. The Rob Meyer People Coincidence Boy is a real person that exists on Facebook, and how Billy would call himself Billy Myers when his real last name is Fouts. And I've been watching Charlotte ever since I was 16 years old. And he became my boyfriend when I was 17 years old. Until I was 17, until I was 20 or 21. And then when I was 20 or 21, I did things with Kelly J. Caudill on one day. That is on YouTube, and only on one day when I was young, I did things with Brian, who owns the Hoarder House. I fingered my first girlfriend, Alicia, and my second girlfriend, Brooke Darks, gave me a blowjob when I was 13 or 14. And then I fingered my fifth girlfriend, Sabrina Livershaw, at my 17th birthday party. And then I had a girlfriend with black hair 9 months ago. I fought Kalen, and I worked pushing carts at a shop break. And my dad George gets angry when I talk about bugs or stupid things. And George Fair is a faggot that has gay porn in his room. And really, I feel that Brian, who owns the Hoarder House, doesn't count. I only did things with him on one day when I was young. I was with Billy Wesley Fouts because George Fair didn't buy me a car and only let him come over when I didn't have a car or anything. And then I did things with Kelly J. Caudill just because I couldn't find love with females. And I'm an STD-free person. I don't smoke marijuana anymore. I've only done it 6 or 7 times. About 7 or 8 times within the past 6 or 7 years. And I couldn't make a girlfriend no matter what I would do. And I knew everybody would dislike my videos because I know Josh Knight doesn't like me. He never liked me. I knew that Billy Wesley Fouts doesn't like me as my ex-boyfriend. I knew that Gary Lanair doesn't like me. And I don't like my dad George Fair because he's evil.
Graphene new play. Tribna. Yipsy. Nirupa. Games.
Alright, this is going on 34 minutes. It is August 7th, 2022. It is Sunday, August 7th, 2022. And it it is 7:29 p.m. So much love and peace to everybody from Ryan George for the Drag Queen. I try and get along with everybody. There's a guy named Brandon that I love porno movies off of, but he doesn't send me good ones. But really, I have a video of me having sex with a girl named Alexis Looney. And only on one day when I was young, I did things with a boy named Brian. I had 5 girlfriends in my alternative school. I like to watch Pop Burgers, My Life as a Teenage Robot. I still watch Revolt videos. Only on one day when I was young, I did things with Brian. Billy Wesley Fouts was my boyfriend from the time until I was 16 or 17 until I was 20. And then I did things with Kelly J. Coldell on one day. I got with my girlfriend Alicia when I was 13 or 14. 9 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair. And I was sick of Alex, the playground boy who stole from me, putting things about me on the Ryan George for Revolver Bird. And this is for Levi Carver, that said he could have Black Web made into a book. And no, Alicia doesn't talk to me anymore. And I don't talk to Brennan Drexler very often, but I do sometimes. And then there's a Brandon Jones quote on my Ryan Fair Facebook. There is Margie Rubichaux and Jeanette who are real. There is Sherry Green that looks like Billy Wesley Fouts. There is my friend Carl James Himes and James Coleman. I like to watch Mistress Prima videos and Great Granny Gigi. On Black Rock Road and Black Rock Road was my channel. There is the Meyer family that is real. I knew I was going to do that. And Alex stole from me with Courtney. And this is going on almost 38 minutes. And the time is 7:32 p.m. And it is August 7th, 2022. So much love and peace to everybody out there in the YouTube world. From Ryan George for Ryan winning the Drag Queen.